Okay, so you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. Uh-oh. I'm slowly dying here. You get out of here. Get out of here. Oh man, I'm there, look at all this stuff. Ugh. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we are checking out Eliss, which is a modern classic. It is a first game for us that we're going to be playing on a smartphone. Now, the original Eliss was released for iPhone. I do not have an iPhone. This is actually an enhanced version of the game called Eliss Infinity, which was re-released recently in 2004 for both iPhone and Android. So I am playing the version that I can play on my good old Nexus phone here. So very, very stark menus. From, you know, the right from the beginning, it's sort of like, what do? I guess you just click on this white box and then it takes you to this screen here and you're like, okay, none of these things do anything. I guess I'll click on the rocket ship. And lo and behold, it launches you into the first sector of the game, Sector 0. Now, this game, I guess you take control of these, like, little balls and drop them into these little holes, and somehow that grants you powers. 1 of 8. I did something right there, guys. I don't know. Now, mobile games are known for being very intuitive to play. You know, you don't need a tutorial typically. Mobile games are designed such that you can simply learn by doing. Because mobile games have like a really, really, really fast turnaround when it comes to people's attention spans. You have to make your games very easy to understand. See, I'm talking to you guys, I'm just figuring this out as I go. I don't even have to talk about the game. But mobile games are known for having a very fast turnaround, so you can't overwhelm people with rules that are too complex, or people just simply will stop playing your game and play something else. Because in the land of mobile games, games be free, yo! So if you make a game that's too complicated or annoying, people just are not even going to bother. It's kind of funny how that works. When you're giving them a game for free, okay, I think we actually have to divide here. Yeah, we can like make our little circle smaller, make it barely fit in. We have leftover circle. What do we do with that? Oh, we just wasted some sun or whatever the hell it is. Stars. What are these things? It kind of looks like little orbs going into like pollen-y things. Okay. So we'll do that. Oh man, we don't even have enough room to operate here. Okay, you go in, you go in. Okay, you go in. Oh no, they're shrinking. Oh, if two colors touch, look, they shrink. Interesting. Interesting. I don't even know what these things are. Oh, that was taking away health. I have health. Okay, pro tip, don't do that. Oh no. Okay, what do we do? Oh, I see. Then we do like that and that. So we can hold on to the things. Interesting. Now, this game was developed by a single fellow. Uh-oh. No! Stay away. Oh, this is interesting. You have to use all 4 fingers. Okay, I've never played a game where you have to use like 4 fingers like this. No, 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 no! Stop attacking each other. Little thingies. Get in there. Oh no, they're too small. They're too small. Fail. Oh my god, okay, I have to actually put this down on my lap to play this. I've never had a mobile game that you couldn't just play with 2 thumbs. Very interesting. I'm using like 4 fingers on 2 hands right now. Okay, and then we'll do this and this. Don't let them touch. Yo, I am a touchscreen wizard. I got my skills by playing Google Maps on my phone. Basically, playing Google Maps is just looking for directions and zooming in and out on your phone. So, yeah. Okay, we passed level Infinity or 8. Or wait, was that just... Maybe the rocket ship was training, and now this is the actual level. Place your device on a surface and play with 2 hands. Oh, I was... you know, that would have been a nice tip to get before I started, because I didn't realize I couldn't be holding my phone. One of the few phone games that you can't actually hold. So you won't see people playing this on their commute to work like they do with Candy Crush and all the other games that people like to play. And their Pokemon Go launched this summer and was a massive success. Hey, whoa, get in there. No! No! Oh no, what's happening? Get in there. Oh no. Oh man, this is like far more stressful than I thought. Okay. I didn't realize this would be like an ongoing thing. I thought there'd be levels like we just experienced with the tutorial thing. Interesting. Okay. We got a huge yellow one here. Oh no, it needs to be split up. Okay. You go there, you go there, you go there. Sorry, I'm having trouble, like, talking and playing for this one. Who would have thought? You really have to, like, kind of go all in here with your strategies. Did I pass the level? Oh, you can make these guys bounce around. That's cool. Okay, so you go there, you go there. You go there, you go there. You get out of here. Get out of here. Boom! Okay, so I really need to keep the commentary going here. So anyway, this is Eliss. I had no idea what I was getting into when I started this game, but I'm slowly learning now. Oh god, all the balls just play nice with each other. Stop hurting your brothers. Everyone just be nice. Oh, what's happening down there? Uh-oh. I'm slowly dying here. Anyway, this game was developed by one fellow, good old Steph Therion. I feel like Steph as a boy's name feels French to me, so I'm assuming he might be French. And this game, for some reason, also kind of feels French in its presentation and atmosphere and so on. Oh man, look at all this stuff. I'm not cleaning up after myself is the problem here. There we go. I need to need to be combining balls into a giant ball. That's what she said. Okay, get in there. Anyway, with one person being able to develop a game, I mean, that's not uncommon in the mobile game industry. It's less common in like the PC or console game industry. In fact, I can't think of a single console game that was developed by a single person. I can think of some PC games in modern times, but not a console game. And what's kind of interesting is that it's totally not uncommon for you to... Oh wait, am I doing this thing again? No wait, pause. Okay, I wanted to see what this is. Are these levels? Ah, okay. So you can play infinity mode or levels. I feel like levels are going to be more my speed. With infinity mode, I was just getting overwhelmed there. Like, I could see that being interesting if you become an Eliss Pro and you want a constant ongoing challenge. But for me, I'll prefer simple level-based mechanics. Sector 1. I got this, guys. I got this. I'm the king of Sector 1s. So it's not uncommon for a mobile game to be developed by a single guy. And what's kind of interesting is that PC games are kind of like that as well, actually, and especially in the early days of PCs. It was completely not uncommon for a PC game to be developed by a single person or just a couple of people. It was just kind of what happened back then. You think of the old Sierra adventure games like King's Quest and Space Quest and stuff. Well, not Space Quest, but King's Quest was created by Ken and Roberta Williams, who were just a husband and wife duo who developed games together, which seems like a pretty good gig if you ask me. If you're going to engage in some kind of activity with your spouse, might as well be developing award-winning adventure games. 5 of 6. Okay, you just have to survive for a little bit of time in this. I like the music. It kind of reminds me of like Scott Pilgrim. It's like this upbeat 8-bit stuff. So in a weird way, the mobile game like revolution that happened when smartphones and stuff really became prevalent, especially the iPhone. It really was, the iPhone launched all this mobile game stuff. But it really kind of returned gaming to its roots, because it used to be the case that games were developed by a single person or just two people. And that is once again true. So, I mean, I definitely have thoughts and opinions about mobile games, and, I'll get into that in a little bit. But what you can't deny about mobile games is they've kind of returned games to their roots in this weird way where, there was a time when, all PC games were basically indie games because there was, very few developers. And that's kind of true again. So on this level, it's all about splitting your circles. In the last one, I had to put all the circles together. Now every time I see a big circle, I might as well split it because I know that's what I'm going to have to do. So just keep the splits going. And yeah, and what's also kind of interesting is that mobile games haven't just returned gaming to its kind of roots in the sense of like now there's far more indie games and like a single person can make games, but oh, what's happening there? Oh, what's happening there? Hey, they keep overlapping, my dudes. Okay. But the other thing is that, I mean, look at these graphics and sound effects. This almost could have been like an Atari game. Like, not quite. The graphics are actually nicer than an Atari game. But, you know, the like music and the sound effects and stuff, it really is reminiscent of the 80s. And that's the thing that like a lot of modern games do. They have this nostalgia aspect to them. They capitalize on people's nostalgia for the past. And they kind of bring back these chip tunes and other awesome old school sound effects, and yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, mobile games aren't the only reason for the sort of revival of indie games. Also, you know, platforms like Steam have really made it easier for indie developers to actually compete with modern developers, modern AAA developers these days. But this is kind of fun, actually. This is like this isn't too stressful of a game, but it's like kind of interesting. I've never quite played a game like this. I couldn't like send him in after. So I wonder if you get more points if you have bigger balls going into the hole. I hope so. How big of a ball could we get? It's like a monster ball. Too big for this universe. To send it away. So I guess if you look at the top there, you have to alternate yellow, pink, yellow, pink, yellow, pink. Ooh, we unlocked green square, which I have no idea what that means. Alright, what is the core mechanic going to be here? This is the double split. This is the double split level. You can just tell. You can tell based on how they start off the level what you're going to have to do. Okay. So, this is pretty easy. So what do you guys think of this? Like, what do you guys think of mobile games in general? I said I was going to have some thoughts and opinions about mobile games. Let me get into that for a second. This is no secret, I've said it before. I'm not the hugest fan of mobile games. Not in the sense of like, I don't think mobile games should be a thing and, you know, they're like corrupting our youth and like down with mobile games. But just like, I personally don't find that there's a lot of mobile games that I like really, really enjoy. And what I mean by that is like, if I get like a new game on like my PS4 or something, or even if there's like an old, you know, Nintendo game that I'm kind of feeling the urge to play or something like that. Like, I really like that game when I play it. Like, I want to play it because I enjoy it. I feel like every mobile game I've ever played in my whole life has always been like just something to kill time. It's like, I can't be playing a real video game, so I guess I'll play this mobile game. Like, as a case in point, I've never, like, made time to, like, sit down and play a mobile game. The only game I did that with was the port of Dune 2. So Dune 2, for those of you who know, is an amazing real-time strategy game originally for DOS. And at one point, I found out that... Oh, get in there! That there was a version of it that you could play on your Android phone for free. So I went ahead and downloaded that, and I beat the game over a weekend. It was actually super fun. But that was like one of the few times where I can remember like actually making time to sit down and play a mobile game. Most of the time with mobile games, it's like I'm waiting for a bus, and I'm just, you know, have time to kill, and there's nothing to do, and so therefore I'll play a mobile game. But it's not frequently like, oh man, I have to get home and so I can play Angry Birds or something. Like, I never got into the Angry Birds thing. I never got into Candy Crush. And actually, I you know, do have huge problems with Candy Crush. I think it's a manipulative game in the sense of, like, real games. For real games, there's a way to beat every level. But with Candy Crush, it is essentially a slot machine. There's some levels that you get stuck on for weeks. I have friends who play, so I've seen it, and I understand how it's designed and stuff. But it's not designed like a puzzle, where like, for every level, if you figured out the right sequence of moves, you could pass it. No, it's completely random. And since it's random, it means that there's often no way to beat a certain level. You just have to wait and get lucky. And that is actually one mechanic I cannot stand, and I don't believe Candy Crush is a game. My personal stance is that it is a slot machine that manipulates people into wasting their time. And you may say, yeah, but like all video games kind of waste time. But again, my point is like, it's not like you start to play level 1 of Mario, and it's like, oh, the computer randomly generated a level which was impossible. Oh well. No, every Mario level can be beaten. Even those really annoying, difficult Kaizo levels that are really, really difficult can be beaten. They are meant to be beatable. It isn't like random luck whether you can beat the level or not. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of those types of mechanics. And I'm not a fan of like any mechanics introduced into mobile games that artificially make the game waste time. So those games where it's like, you have to wait 20 hours before this power-up is ready to use. I kind of really hate that. It really feels like they're taking video games and they're like amplifying the worst parts of it when they do that. And again, they're basically turning it into like an addictive gambling scenario. So like video games, personally, if you make a really fun game, it is addictive enough by itself. You don't have to like introduce artificially inflated addictiveness quantities to it. That's just, it seems manipulative. So to the degree that I have issues with mobile games, those are the issues. But, you know, that said, I do play mobile games here and there. There's, you know, I play the ones that I feel aren't manipulating people, that are actually games, like this one. There's no like paywall. I can't like spend real money to get power-ups. And because of that, there's no artificial things in this game meant to waste my time. It's only the games that want you to spend real money that will introduce that kind of crap. But you know what? I mean, who are we to judge? I mean, we're getting mobile games for free. It's kind of weird. We're like, it's an industry that produces free games. And so for them to make money so that they can even afford to make more games, they have to make their money back somewhere. And so they go ahead and they introduce things you can buy in the game with real currency. And it's kind of like people hate that, but like, I'm not totally unsympathetic to mobile games. I understand why they're like that. They're giving you a product for free, so they're going to kind of try and get real money out of you somehow. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely, mobile games are unlike any of the games I ever grew up with, just in terms of their philosophy and like all this issues about paying and stuff. Back in my day, when you bought a video game, you just got the game, and there was no DLC or like, you know, paywall or like real money to spend to get stuff. The economics of games just didn't work that way. It just wasn't a thing. Boom! We are rocking this game, Eliss. This has become a decent one to talk over, actually. That infinite level was really hard. I was sort of stuttering back there. But I feel like with this, I'm getting the hang of it. I can kind of just like, you know, nonchalantly play this game and chill while we play. There's like space tornadoes trying to suck my colored balls in. Are these planets or what are these? And like, am I saving them by putting them into like these different areas? Whoa. Okay, gotta do this. No. My finger slipped. No, get out of there. Stop touching each other. You're worse than teenagers. Freaking balls. Get in there. I wonder what would happen if I, like, just let something get sucked up by the whirlpool. Well, I guess that maybe they don't get sucked up, they just get sucked together and then they touch. And touching is the worst thing ever for balls in this game. You want to keep your blue balls and your red balls separate. Oh my god. My blue ball and my red ball touched. Okay, you gotta do this. Oh god. Oh my god. So many balls on the screen at once. This is not a party you want to come to. Too many balls. Uh-oh. I am in a hell of a lot of trouble here. No. Oh, my balls touched. Guys, my balls touched too much. Game over. What level did I make it to? Is it going to show me? Sector 8? No, wait. What level did I make it to? I made it to level square, just above Pip. Right below blank, 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 blank. Alrighty. Let's check out this green square here and see what this does. Space box. Alright, sock it to me, buddy. I'm ready for your space box. What is this? Well, I can just do whatever I want? I'm just... What's the point of this? Okay, are we having fun now? Interesting. That seems like kind of a useless level. Wait, there's like a gem flashing up here. What does this mean? The hell is this? 5,000. I will say that the menus are pretty non-descriptive. You really have to guess as to what you're kind of doing here. But, okay, let's hop back into it. This game kind of like weirdly reminds me of that Star Trek The Next Generation game. Do you guys remember, anyone who's old enough to remember Star Trek The Next Generation, do you remember there was an episode where like some like game appeared on the ship? Oh god. And basically it was like people would put on these goggles and then they would see like red tubes floating around, and they would have discs, and their goal would be to get the discs to float into the red tubes, and it would release like pleasure endorphins. So you see people with the goggles walking around the ship, and they'd be like, I'm on level 72, and like from their perspective they're seeing these like red tubes float around. It's kind of like an Oculus Rift or something. And I should have taken a bit of damage there and got rid of that giant blue ball. Okay. Oh god, stay away. Man, this is a hard level. But they were like, I'm on level 72. What level are you on? And then they'd be like, oh, it's about to go in. And then they'd be like, like, it sounded really like inappropriate, the influence that game was having on people. It was kind of like, you know, do they have to change their pants after they get to level 72? Or like if you just sat in a chair and played the game. Like at one point, Dr. Crusher comes in and Wesley, her son, is like playing the game with like his girlfriend. They were like on a date and they decided to go back and play the game. And they're like just there, like on the bed going, like it sounds really inappropriate now that I think about it. It's, very interesting. And so, like, you know, it kind of this reminds me almost of like a mobile game like that. Like that was Star Trek's take on a mobile game. It was a psychedelic, you know, I don't even know how you describe it. Basically, it boiled down to it was an enemy attempt to take over the Enterprise. They were hypnotizing people. And it's kind of like not far from the truth, actually. The idea that like mobile games are like hypnotizing people. People make those claims these days. That like mobile games are really addictive and like drawing people in and like manipulating them and so on and so forth. So, man, this is an interesting level too, because you kind of have to. Oh god, kind of have to keep separating these guys. Man, what will the next level hold? I feel like we've seen pretty much all the core mechanics of this game. Hey, get in there. Oh, you're not small enough. Okay, you get in. No! Damn it! Separate yourselves. Behave yourselves, blue balls. Ugh. Get in there. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh yeah. Huh, easy. 20! Oh, that's a new high score, guys. In that Star Trek Next Generation episode, by the way, guess who saves the day? Data, of course. Data being the most awesome member of that crew. If you do not know, if you're too young to know Star Trek The Next Generation, I'm going to sound like some, like, you know, crotchety old man who just pines for the old days, but basically no modern Star Trek can stand up to it. You really got to go check out The Next Generation. If you consider yourself a sci-fi fan, even in the slightest, I don't know why you're still watching this video and not an episode of Next Generation. It is kind of cheesy. It does definitely feel like 90s when you watch it. I mean, it was filmed in the 90s, so I mean, that makes sense. But definitely an amazing show. Worth a watch. And that's my personal opinion / recommendation. So there you go. Now, I've talked a lot about mobile games here. And, you know, I've shared my opinion here. But I was kind of wondering, like, what's your opinion of mobile games? Is it as, you know, bleak as mine? Are there mobile games you guys actually really enjoy? And one thing I guess we haven't really touched on, but how do you feel about touch controls compared to like physical controls? Maybe one of the reasons that mobile games have never really spoken to me, and that, you know, I've never really enjoyed them as much as quote-unquote real games, is because I really am just not... I'm also not a huge fan of touch controls. I really like having a controller in my hand. I feel like it leads to more precise controlling of stuff. Like, that's kind of the reason I was never fully sold on the Wii, with its Wiimotes and stuff, is that it just sort of did not feel like as good a system, or as precise a system for controlling a game as buttons. So like in New Super Mario Brothers for the Wii, I didn't like they had to shake the controller to make Mario do his little spin. I always wondered, why can't you just have that Z button or whatever on the back of the controller do it? And indeed, when they made the game for the Wii U, they actually switched it so that the trigger did make Mario spin, and it was a better game, I feel, for it. So it's kind of funny how things end up going that way. But yeah, like, what are your thoughts on mobile games, and like especially this touch control stuff? I haven't really mentioned it too much. Like, touch controls are fine, but they just don't feel as precise as real buttons. I mean, you know, they are and they aren't. For a game like this, you could never play this with a physical controller. It just wouldn't really be possible. So in some cases, touch controls are actually better. It depends on the game. But, you know, for like a game like Mario, you could never really create a proper Mario for a smartphone, because it just wouldn't work. Or a proper Doom, or, you know, like a lot of the classic video games that we really enjoy can't be made properly for a touchscreen device, because it just wouldn't quite work right. Another thing about touchscreen controls is you constantly have to be looking at the screen you're touching. One thing I like about physical controllers, like a Game Boy controller or something, is you can feel what button you're pressing without looking down at your hands. So I can tell if I'm pressing left, right, A, or B. So I can focus on the screen, and my hands aren't anywhere in the screen, so it's not obscuring my vision or anything. Even if you know, you can play like Mario clones from the App Store and stuff, and they're like touchscreen, and they have like a on-screen controller and stuff that you can press. But honestly, those things are not nearly as precise, and I don't think they ever will be, as there we go, as a physical controller, because you can't feel the buttons. So you can't feel if your finger is slipping off of the D-pad. You just have to realize that your guy is no longer moving in the direction you want. When you're playing a game like Mario, that's a huge deal if your guy suddenly is not moving where you need him to move. So the physical controls, again, for that type of game are better. But I suppose you could make the case that for different types of games, especially like this game, I don't think you could do this on a non-touch controller. But it just... Whoa, why did I do that? That was stupid. Get in there, you get in there. Wait. Go like this. Go like this. I like when time slows down. I feel like I'm in the Matrix. Like I'm so awesome at this game. Man, I'm only like 50% done this level, and I'm almost dead in terms of my health. This does not bode well. Boom. Okay, 6 out of 10. Just gotta concentrate here. The sound is like cutting out or something. Whee! Like this. This. We can do this. We can bring it back. We have the power. Boom. Just gotta concentrate here. Oh, I'm going Neo mode again. This is like this is like what the world looks like when Neo plays a game. It's like all bullet time. Like they showed him dodging bullets in bullet time. They should have shown Neo like doing the dishes in bullet time. Oh man, that actually would be horrible, because it would make doing the dishes last so long. Yeah, maybe there's certain things you want bullet time for, but certain things you don't. Like, you don't want bullet time when you're in school, in class. You don't want that to take too long. You want bullet time when, like, you're having fun with your friends or something. Or playing a game. Whee! This is totally gonna kill me. Oh man, this is too hard. Too much is happening. You jerks, you bastards, you're straining my attention. Why did you do this? No. Oh man, I'm at like, I've gotten like 2 and I'm almost dead in terms of my health. Oh my god. Oh, these things are just evaporating in my hands. Okay, there we go. Put all my balls together into one giant yellow ball. Oh god. No, no. Get out of there. Oh man, this is a hard one. Slow down, bullet time. Neo is now playing the mobile app. Do you think Neo uses Android or iPhone? I'm an Android guy myself, but I don't know. If you want to use iPhone, whatever. I mean, I use Android because I think it's better. Because I like being able to customize my phone and have control over it. I don't like the controls that Apple puts on their phone, but whatever. I don't know. Some people do. Good for you if you do. But that's why I don't. That's why I tend to use Android products. Although what's interesting is, okay, so this is the first mobile game that we're playing for our series here. There are other mobile games in the book, and there are some games that are literally only on the iPad or iPhone. So, man, I might have to get a freaking iPad to like play these 1001 games. Who would have thought, eh? Like, what do you guys think? Do mobile games belong in this list or not? You know, people have... Oh, wait, I stopped paying attention for a second. People have strong opinions about mobile games. And, like, yeah, like, I don't know. What do you guys... Oh, no! Oops, my finger slipped there. No. No. No! I was, like, 1 away! I blame that on the finger slip. Okay, we'll go on. We'll try and do one more level here. We'll try and do this one more time. But yeah, what do you guys think about, like, do mobile games belong in this 1001 Games You Must Play Before You Die book? Because again, like, I've already given my opinions. I've already said what I had to say about mobile games. But there's a lot of people who feel very strongly, you know, like, sort of hardcore gamers versus casual gamers, and this is not a game, and what you're doing when you play Candy Crush, you're not really a gamer, you're just like someone's mom, and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't know, like, where do you guys land on all that stuff? Is this a game? Is this a game that deserves to be in a list of 1001 games you should play before you die? I mean, you may look at this and be like, yeah, I mean, it looks okay, but, you know, definitely did not deserve to be in a list of, like, must-play games. Like, maybe that's your opinion. That's a fair enough opinion to have. I don't know where I land on it. I guess I think mobile games, they're a different kind of game than what we've seen before, but that doesn't make them invalid. So I don't think that they, like, shouldn't be in the book. But even though they're not my favorite, I think that's important in life, guys. Being able to recognize that even if something isn't your favorite, it doesn't necessarily mean that people who like it shouldn't be allowed to like it or shouldn't have it or something like that. So yeah, we can sit here and be all, like, you know, superior and be like, well, true gaming is PC, even consoles a bastardization of the concepts. But at the end of the day, even if this is not one of our favorite games, maybe that, you know, things change. There's a time when, like, video games were seen as fringe, and then they became very central to the dominant culture. Same thing could happen with mobile games, where, like, people are kind of snobby about mobile games right now, and they're like, oh, it's not real games and blah blah blah. But, like, you know, maybe the kids growing up with mobile games now who have had iPads since they've been little babies. That's so condescending. I don't mean to imply that people who play on mobile games are little babies, but you know what I mean. Like, people who literally grew up with this technology and never knew a time when it didn't exist. To them, there may be absolutely no difference between a mobile game and a console game in terms of, like, a qualitative difference in terms of it not being a video game. It may be, like, easier or just using a different control scheme, obviously. Like, there are differences, but they may not view it as a non-game the way some other people might. Boom! That was a big one. All right, we got this. Yes! Okay, we got to do one more level, I think. I can totally wrap up 14. I like that, actually. How it was the letter or the number 4 and then teen. Oh god, this is gonna be opposite of the last one, isn't it? We have to, like, oh no, shrink these things. Oh man, help me, Scott Pilgrim. Your music, your little 8-bit music tunes. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know why the music reminds me of Scott Pilgrim, but it just kind of does. Scott Pilgrim is an awesome movie. If you like video games, you definitely should watch Scott Pilgrim at sometime. Oh god. That thing came out of nowhere. Oh no. Okay. So we just changed colors. It's like now all the balls are blue. Have fun with that. Interesting. Boom. There must be some like high-level strategy here where like you can let your balls touch other colored balls to shrink a little bit because it makes it easier to clear these things. Boom. Oh shoot. Shrink, 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 shrink. This level feels easier than the last. Funny how games go like that sometimes, eh? Where it's like, you know, level 6 is like impossible, but you get to level 7, it's like a breeze. It's like, man, why couldn't this have been level 6? Boom! 34 to 40. If we were in the Star Trek Enterprise and this was the red tube game that like sticks to the visors on your eyes, we would have made a mess. That joke's gross, eh, guys? I shouldn't make that joke. Okay. What have we learned here today, guys? I think we have learned that the mobile games business is a very interesting business with a lot of ins and a lot of outs. It's interesting in that it sort of like harkens back to the early days of PC gaming in a way where like now individual people can be wildly successful if they make a good product, which they can. But then there's, you know, issues of like, is it the same type of game that, oh god, I just totally messed up and died. Is it the same type of game that we're seeing with PC games and console games? I don't know. It's different. I don't know. Some people like mobile games, some people don't. I think we've also learned that when it comes to balls, they are like Ghostbusters proton packs. You never want to cross the streams. You never want to cross the balls because that will lead to ultimate defeat. The pros of this game are that it is very easy to pick up and play. It is very intuitive gameplay. It has some multi-touch controls, which actually I've never seen in any other... Well, I mean, not that I haven't seen multi-touch controls, but this specific idea, like you can use 4 or 5 fingers at a time and touch the screen and do stuff. That's pretty neat, actually. I haven't seen something quite like that in another game. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. The cons are, of course, that it's a very simple mechanic that just sort of gets recycled over and over. I mean, and that is what mobile games are all about. I mean, I personally kind of find it that all of these levels kind of feel the same. Sometimes I'm separating balls, sometimes I'm putting them together, but like at the end of the day, I'm just kind of moving balls around the screen and it doesn't really feel like levels are all that differentiated. So, I don't know, like maybe I'm showing my colors as like an old, curmudgeonly old school gamer, but you know, at the end of the day, is this a game that you need to play before you die? I think the answer is no. That is not to say I don't believe this is a fun game or that people may not enjoy it, but just is this like a game you must go out and play? I just don't see it. And that's my own opinion there. If you disagree with me or if you think I'm missing something, you can always let me know in the comments down below. Always happy to hear from you guys about these things because we all have our opinions. And I'm going through giving you guys my opinion on these games, but you don't always have to agree with me. That's the beautiful thing about living in a democracy, guys. We can agree to disagree, and you guys can still like all my videos. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching me mess around on a mobile game for once. I don't know when I will do another mobile game. There aren't too many in the book, but I thought it would be kind of interesting to actually do one. Because I couldn't believe there were mobile games in the book, and I thought, my God, what? Like, it just never occurred to me that there would be any, but I guess there are, so who knew? And this is actually a hard level. I don't think I'm going to beat this one, so we're going to let it time out. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, go ahead, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'll be back in a couple days with a new video and a new game, this time a game on either a console or the PC. I haven't decided yet. but I will be back, and I will have a non-mobile game. And one day I'll have another mobile game. We can return to all this discussion. We can progress it and think about all the things that have changed in the mobile gaming industry. Like Pokemon Go is a huge hit this summer. We didn't even talk about that. I don't know when I'll talk about that. I haven't been riding trends with my channel, but maybe I should. Someone was telling me recently I should have made a Pokemon game in the summer when Pokemon Go was super popular, just to try to get more viewers and subscribers and stuff. I don't know. I haven't really been doing that kind of stuff, but maybe I should. I think it's what everyone has to do to grow on YouTube. But anyway, I digress. Guys, until we meet again, take care of yourself. Take care of your balls. Don't let them touch each other too much, because that makes them shrivel up and disappear. You want your balls nice and separated. And, oh, the screen just went off. Okay, good enough time as any to quit. Until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Peace. Whoa. Okay, gotta do this. No. My finger slipped. My finger slipped. No, get out of there. Stop touching each other. You're worse than teenagers. Freaking balls.